Welcome to Theory Lesson Yellow Flashcards. These are naming the notes on the space and the lines, and in some cases on the ledger. A ledger line is a line that goes above or below each staff. First, we need to review our staff. If you play an instrument like violin, flute, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, you're going to be reading your treble clef. If you play trombone or cello, you're going to be reading the bass clef. Let's review our notes. Remember, there are 5 lines in a staff and 4 spaces. The lines and spaces are numbered from bottom to top. For example, this line would be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Our treble clef line notes are E, G, B, D, F. And one way of remembering that is by saying, every good boy does fine. In our space notes, spell out the word face. F-A-C-E. Now there are notes above that. The one above this line is G. The one below this line is D. The bass clef and the treble clef are connected by this note here, which is middle C. You see a line, but it'll have a note on it. The bass clef notes, line notes are G, B, D, F, A. And the way we remember that is by saying, good boys do fine always. And the bass clef space notes are, all cows eat grass, or A, C, E, G. The note above the line here would be B. The note below the line here would be F. All right, so I'm going to show you the flashcards and give you a few moments to try and guess what it is. Now, some of these are a little tricky to figure out from here, but I will give you the answer anyway so you can practice over and over. In the treble clef, the note before middle C or under middle C is B. This is middle C. Second space, A. Second line is G. Remember, we count from the bottom to the top. Every good boy does fine. This is on the second line, so it's G. The note above the F line is always G. The note below the E line is D. Remember, from bottom to top, every good boy does fine. This is on the fine line, so it's F. So this note is F. Third space, F-A-C-E. This note is C. Remember, you always start from the bottom. This note is F. It is the first space on the treble clef. This note is E. It is the fourth space on the treble clef. Remember, in order to remember that, we say F-A-C-E. It spells out face. This is the fourth line on the treble clef. Remember, we say, every good boy does fine. This is on the fourth. It's does, so that means this note is D. This note is on the third line. Every good boy. B. This note is B. The first line, every good boy does fine. Every. So this note is E. Now these are ledger line notes above the staff. One line above the staff is A. When it goes right through the line, you can see that right there. When it's above the A, what comes after A in the alphabet? B. So that note is B. 2 lines above the staff is C. And you need to learn those, especially if you play violin or flute. Now we're going to review the bass clef. Remember the bass clef, we say good boys do fine always. So good, G, this is G. Now this may be a little tricky, but this is also middle C. Remember, middle C connects the treble clef with the bass clef. Remember, the spaces in the bass clef are all cows eat grass. So this is all cows, so this is C. Good boys do fine always. B. Good boys do fine always. This is D. The third line is D. Good boys do fine always. The top line is A. All cows eat grass. That means the first space is A. Third space, all cows eat grass. So this is E. The fourth space, all cows eat grass. G. Remember, above the A line, what comes after A in the alphabet is B. So this is B. Good boys do fine always. This is the fourth line. It is F. I encourage you to watch this video several times until you can become very comfortable at learning what the notes are for the space and for the lines. Again, bass clef is only for cellos and trombones. Everyone else needs to learn treble clef. All right? I hope you work really hard at learning these. This is the foundation of music, and I want you to be able to read all your music. We'll see you in class.